Neither man wanting to wait. CMD sweeps the leg and brings the fight right to Rolando Perez.
Cannot blame CMD one bit. Been waiting ever since Anniversary 8 to get his hands on Rolando Perez. We saw the surprise return of CMD at the Dump Sanders Holiday Special, and finally here tonight, CMD is in singles competition against his heated rival Rolando, and everything is on the line as we find out at the conclusion of this match who the final entrant into this year's Heart of the Southern 16 tournament will be.
After months of stewing at home, recovering from an injury, Cabana Man Dan finally made his return back in December, and now first time getting his hands one-on-one with Rolando Perez covered. Now this is a history that goes back years here at New South Pro Wrestling. Of course, for you New South historians out there, you'll know that for a while these two battled over the rights to the name Cabana Man Dan. Rolando Perez, for a short period of time, was the real Cabana Man Dan.
These two...
But a lot's changed since then.
No kidding. These two have so much history.
Did you see the way he just grabbed a hold of the temples of Rolando?
Look at this arm bar.
This is a new Cabana Man Dan, folks.
Very innovative offense from the veteran CMD.
This is more vicious than we typically see Dan.
Well, I mean, can you blame him? Everything that Rolando's put him through, physically and mentally, over these last 6 months.
Of course, back at Anniversary 8, in a freak accident out in the parking lot, Cabana Man Dan tore his calf. Still made his way out for his scheduled match with with Rolando Perez, rather. And Perez targeted that injured leg, called Cabana Man Dan weak. Oh, targeting that injured calf.
Come on, come on. Oh, my.
Through the ring skirt. Rolando Perez not just wanting to punch his ticket to Haas. He wants to put CMD on the shelf once again.
Well, as you see right now, the official getting in there and telling Rolando, hey, you got to keep it clean. This is still a qualifying match. All of the standard rules in any other wrestling match still apply here, and you see Rolando trying to take advantage as much as he can early on in this match.
And at the count of 7, our referee's going to have a hard time here tonight keeping these two in line. I got to say, though, for the amount of time Cabana Man Dan spent on the shelf nursing that injured calf, I got to say he's in excellent shape these days.
Of course he is. I mean, we're talking about the best shape, not just of his career, but probably of his entire life.
I thought looking to send Rolando Perez to the floor on the outside, but instead draped across the top rope. CMD's got something more devastating in mind. Oh, but sent up and over, crashing to the floor. Did you hear that thud?
That wickedness of Rolando Perez coming into play now once again, taking advantage of CMD on the outside. Referee keeping a close eye on this. You know, you talked earlier about that word Haas, and people like to bring up its meaning. When we talk about the heart of the Southern 16, you want to sit here and tell me that there is any person in this entire locker room, this entire business, that signifies being the heart of New South Pro Wrestling more than Cabana Man Dan?
Of course, Cabana Man Dan, a former winner of the Heart of the Southern 16 once upon a time. And of course, we all know what goes along with winning the Haas tournament. Not only did you get the nice orange jacket, but a cover made from Rolando Perez.
Trying to punch his ticket to getting that orange jacket himself is Perez.
But it's not just the jacket, folks. There's a guaranteed chance cover. A guaranteed chance at the New South Heavyweight Championship. Perez going for a cover once more. Kick out at 1 emphatically from CMD, someone who has gone the distance before in that two-day tournament.
Well, these are two people that have felt the weight of Humongold on their shoulders, and they both want to get it back. And we are seeing what they are willing to put each other through, what lengths both men are willing to go in order to get back into the top spot here at New South.
Cabana Man Dan, of course, a three-time New South heavyweight champion. For the longest time, held the record for the longest reign. Now resides in second place behind Kinsey Page, who will be in action later as Rolando Perez firing away with these right hands in the corner. Oh, and biting the forehead, adding insult to injury.
Look at the ref having to physically try and pull Rolando off of CMD. Rolando's getting in the face of our official.
Our official Adam trying to lay down the law here, but I don't know if either one of these men are listening too well.
Perez right in there with some close fist shots.
That's taking it too far. Perez spitting in the face of CMD.
Oh, look at this. Referee, that same attention he's been paying to Rolando, having to now pay it to CMD.
I say both men got to be careful here so they don't get themselves disqualified. Easy way to get the other man sent to Haas. Cabana Man Dan, what's he have in mind? Through the ropes. Delivers that basement drop kick. Handful of hair now, looking to bring Rolando Perez back in the ring, but guillotined across that top rope.
And as much as Rolando hates Cabana Man Dan, I'm sure he would hate even more to see Cabana Man Dan take this spot and advance as number 16 into the Haas tournament.
Again, folks, this is your last chance, last entry cover made. Only one man can advance for that coveted 16th spot for the biggest tournament in the Southeast. Of course, folks, March 1st and 2nd, part of the Southern 16. CMD missing with that stinger splash. I think he may have connected with the top of the post.
It looks like it, favoring the top of his head quite a lot here. And I think Perez now notices it.
Perez smelling that blood in the water, shoves referee Adam out of the way. Oh, Adam wiped out. Referee Adam is out of it.
Well, there's one time to take advantage of the rules. It's now.
Oh, big boot from Rolando Perez. Going for a cover, but we don't have a ref. There's no referee, Rob.
You can count to 100 refs. Adam is not getting up. And Perez just now realizing it, now trying to see if he can wake the ref up. Get him back into this.
Slapping the back of the head. Doing everything he can. Oh, and a biggest boot to the referee. A blatant disregard for the rules. And now CMD looking for the shipwreck and he connects. But again, there is no one to count the fall. Count to 100. There's nobody here. Finally, referee Garrett Kent makes his way.
Perez can just hold on. Oh, but Garrett Kent going to the official instead of worrying about the match, which, I mean, fair enough. We need to be worried about the official and his well-being, but we need a winner.
With a diving headbutt. What has gotten into CMD? This is nothing like the CMD I know. That's two referees taken out by Rolando and Cabana Man Dan. CMD clearly letting Rolando get under his skin.
But he's letting this frustration get the better of him. This entire time his back is turned to Rolando. And we see Rolando back up to his feet.
Finally, a third referee. In comes Patrick O'Malley.
Our senior official now in the ring, trying to get some order here.
The result of this match is a double Disqualification.
Not only no conclusion in this match, but what does this mean for Haas?
So who's going to... Big spear from CMD as the fight continuing. We've got to get some help out here. As the locker room clearing out. Trying to separate CMD and Rolando Perez. And folks, we're trying to get some order here. I don't know what this means for us.
That's the least of our worries at this point. What does this mean for the future of Perez and CMD?
Folks, I'm going to do my best to check in with General Manager Dump Sanders to see what we're going to do about this, but look how many minutes taking to keep these two apart.
Almost our entire locker room out here trying to get some kind of order.
Like Rolando